Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of online class. Last class we studied Annie Sieng's story, The Lost Spring. In that story, the main theme is about child labor. So there is a quotation by Kailash Satyarthi, a famous personality who fight for the rights of children. He said once, childhood means simplicity. Look at the world with the child's eye. It is very beautiful. Yes, it's very, very beautiful. We know because we studied last class in Sahib-e-Alam's story, his background, his viewpoints and his dreams, everything. And he likes to study in the school, but the problem, there was no school for those rag pickers. They are the marginalized ones in our society. So, where we stopped last class, did you remember? Yes, Sahib-e-Alam. What's the meaning of the word Sahib-e-Alam? Last class we said Sahib-e-Alam means Lord of the Universe. The name itself is an irony. His name, the meaning of his name is Lord of the Universe, but he is not the Lord of the Universe. He is only a rag picker. And then my acquaintance with the barefoot rag pickers leads me to Simapuri, a place on the periphery of Delhi, yet miles away from it metaphorically. Those who live here are squatters who came from Bangladesh back in 1971. So, my acquaintance means parijayam. My acquaintance with the barefoot rag pickers leads me to Simapuri. Simapuri, a place on the periphery of Delhi. Periphery means the outside boundary, or in Malayalam a word we call it Prantha Pradesham, Adarthi Pradesham. That is what is periphery, the outside boundary of Delhi. The name of that place is Simapuri. And there, yet miles away from it metaphorically, those who live here are squatters who came from Bangladesh back in 1997. So the people, those who live in Simapuri, they are squatters. Squatters means one who occupies land without permission. Migrants. They came from Bangladesh in 1971. We know this Sahib-e-Alam, he also came from Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. And here, majority of them living in Simapuri, they all came from Bangladesh back in 1971. Sahib's family is among them. So like we said last class, Sahib family is one among them. Simapuri was then a wilderness. It still is, but it is no longer empty. Simapuri is a place of wilderness. We knew, I hope many of you have seen near the rail tracks, we can see in so many places this type of small slums or some kind of wilder places, and those people living there, they are the marginalized one, and they are not included in the mainstream of our society. They are excluded. So those people who are living there, and they have to work hard to earn their livelihood. So Sahib's family is one among them. And in structures of mud with the roofs of tin and tarpaulin, devoid of sewage, drainage, or running water, live 10,000 rag pickers. I hope majority of you have seen or you have watched the movie Slumdog Millionaire. If you watched that movie, just remember the sequence shot on those slums. You know, in India, Mumbai, Dharavi is one of the largest slums in India. There, how the people are living. They are like worms. The people are living there like worms. They don't have any basic requirements. Similarly, the people they are living in Simapuri also like that. They are living here in structures of mud. Only the house they are living in, the wall are mud structures, and then roofs of tin and tarpaulin. The roofs covered with the tin sheets or tarpaulin sheets. Then devoid means without or empty. Devoid of sewage, drainage. So wastewater passage, no wastewater passage is there, or running water. And there living 10,000 rag pickers. Imagine, 10,000 people are living there. They are living like crowded. And those places they are living crowded, and no basic requirements like sewage, running water, drainage, nothing. And 10,000 people are living there. And they have lived here for more than 30 years without an identity, without permits, but with ration cards that get their names on voters' lists and enable them to buy grain. So the people, they are living in Simapuri. They have lived here for more than 30 years without an identity. They don't have any Aadhaar card, but they have ration card. Because that ration card helped them to enable to buy grain. And food is more important for survival than identity. So they don't have any identity card, but they have ration card, because underlying that dialogue, because food is more important for survival than identity. Yes, all people are working for food. It's a fact. Whether he is a millionaire or he is a beggar. Similarly, food is more important for survival than identity. That's why they have ration card, but they don't have identity card. If at the end of the day we can feed our families and go to bed without an itching stomach, we would rather live here than in the fields that gave us no grain, say a group of women in tattered saris. When I asked them why they left their beautiful land of green fields and rivers. So Annie Zen, when she went Simapuri and she asked, so many women are there, and almost all of them wear tattered saris. Tattered means torn, kiriparnya. And she asked why they are living here, and they said, we would rather live here, because if at the end of the day we can feed our families and go to bed without an itching stomach. Itching means paining. Itch means pain. Headache means head pain. Similarly, we can feed our families, and at the end of the day we can go to bed without an itching stomach, which means they can feed their children, they can feed their family. And that's why they are living in this small area with limited requirements. And then they said, we would rather live here than in the fields that gave us no grain. In their homelands, there they have fields, but a flood or a natural calamity that devastated everything. That's why those fields, they gave them no grain. That's why they migrated from Bangladesh to India and settled here in Simapuri, the outskirts of Delhi. And when I asked them why they left their beautiful land of green fields and rivers, so this is the answer. When Annie Zen asked them why you left the land, your land of green rivers and grains. Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents and become transist homes. So they are like gypsies. They are like wanderers. Gypsies, you know. And there are a group of people in Kabul. They are known as Kabuliwala. Tagore wrote a story named Kabuliwala. Similarly, these people, they are like gypsies, they are like Kabuliwalas. Wherever they find food, they just erect their tents and settled there. And they erected their transist home. Transist means to take from one place to another, a temporary setup. And children grow up in them, becoming partners in survival. Children are also playing a major part in this game of survival. Actually, I said it's a game of survival. Yes, it's a fact. It's a game. Those who lose in this game, only one way, that's death. Poverty means death. Nobody is there to give them anything or to feed them. So it's a do or die situation. It's a do or die game. So now children are part of their survival, and survival in Simapuri means rag picking. Underline that part. Survival in Simapuri means rag picking. That's the best job one can choose in Simapuri. And through the years, it has acquired the proportions of a fine art. Garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread. A roof over their heads, even if it is a leaking roof. But for a child, it is even more. So, for the people who are living in Simapuri, for them, garbage is gold. It's like gold. The place where they can find garbage, it's like a treasure island. It's like treasure for them. And through the years, it has acquired the proportions of a fine art. Garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread. Garbage is their daily bread. And a roof over their heads, and it helps them to make or to erect a roof over their heads. Even if it is a leaking roof, doesn't matter. They have a shelter to live. But for a child, it is even more. We cannot imagine such a situation because we, the people, are living with so much comfort. And we have plenty of things to enjoy or to live in. But these people, they are living on the side of the roads and tracks, railway tracks. Have you ever noticed how they are living? No, we don't have any time because we are part of a busy world. That's a fact. I sometimes find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note, Sahib says, his eyes lighting up. When you can find a silver coin in a heap of garbage, you don't stop scrounging, for there is hope of finding more. It seems that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. For the children, it is wrapped in wonder. For the elders, it is a means of survival. So, I sometimes find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note. Sahib says, his eyes lighting up. Sahib said, having collected the garbage, sometimes I find a rupee and sometimes even I find 10 rupee. And when you can find a silver coin in a heap of garbage, you don't stop scrounging. So, suppose when you are scrounging means searching for, and when you get a silver coin, don't stop scrounging, because we are in an expectation of finding more. Similarly, for there is hope for finding more. It seems that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. It's different. The perspectives or the viewpoints of children and adults or the parents different. For the children, garbage is a sort of their lucky treasure or a lucky charm, like that. For them, the children, it is wrapped in wonder. Garbage that is wrapped, covered in wonder. Underline that lines. And for the elders, it is a means of survival. So children who are scrounging in garbage, it is a place of wonder, or it's a wonder for children, because they are searching to find more and more. Therefore, they are searching their fortune. But for the adults, it's a means of their survival. We studied theory of evolution by Charles Darwin, and in the evolution theory, I still remember one important or the major step: survival of the fittest. Yes, that is what they are doing here. They are fighting for their survival. That's why for children it is wrapped in wonder, and for parents it is a means of survival. Okay, students, today we studied about Sahib's surroundings and where they are living. They are living in Simapuri, and how they are living there. Why they came from Bangladesh to Simapuri, and why they are keeping ration cards instead of identity cards. And for children, garbage is wrapped in wonder, but for adults, it is a means of survival. Why? These are the important factors, important questions from this part. And it's a very important part. So many important lines, dialogues, quotations are there. So, before winding up today's class, I want to ask a simple question. If you know the answer, please send me. I hope you have heard a saying, it is raining cats and dogs, right? So, it is raining cats and dogs. Tell me, what is the meaning of the phrase, it is raining cats and dogs? A simple question. Those who know the answer, please send me. And I hope you understood today's class. You will find out the answers. And all of you, thank you, take care, and have a nice day.